the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
These last two games as well. Great. I saw a great photo of that Jacoby Gillespie dunk. I think WBLT's John Sartori shared that. That was pretty awesome. But Ryan Schumpert, you know who the week one winner is, where you heard Gus Johnson crown Fernando Mendoza as a Heisman guy on Saturday afternoon.
Right around the same time.
Is it too soon to crown Mr. Naismith himself, JP Estrella? Is it time? Is it too soon? The double-double machine at Tennessee? Oh, what can he do? He can rebound. He can shoot. You can throw it inside. What can he not do, JP Estrella? What a time. What a time. What a time, Ryan Schumpert. Biggest winner. JP Estrella. JP.
I thought this was a question.
Clarence Masamba for 3. With the shout out is on that YouTube shorts. It's just, we're one and the same. It's the Spider-Man meme in real life. Me and JP Estrella just pointing at each other. It's the same thing.
Chase, with all that, you're making it hard for me not to make some jokes that I know you don't want me to make on this very podcast. But no, he was awesome. He was awesome in the first week of the season. He showed, a lot of stuff that, we'd seen in the preseason, that we saw during the full scrimmage open to the public, and even a couple of the scrimmages that the media got to watch too, that weren't open to the public, that he showed that offensive flash. So he was great. The rebounding, I think, was especially positive. So it was a really good week for him. And I think, other guys besides him, we hit on Bishop. He had a really good week. And then I think also I'd go Dwayne Brown, just from, again, that Jalen Carey thing. I kind of continue to think the same thing, where not that someone's going to get cut out and it's not going to play an SEC play, because I don't think that happens. But it feels like that rotation will be more heavily leaning on 4 guys once they get to the games that matters. And Dwayne Brown, to me, has made a serious statement from Duke on that. He's a real threat to be one of Tennessee's best 4 inside. He's rebounded well. He's got good touch to score it. He's been good defensively. So again, I don't know exactly what the role looks like for him. I've said it a couple times where I felt this way going into the season. It's like, if he was on last year's team, he would have played a ton of minutes and helped them a lot. This year's team, it's a little bit less clear. But again, to your point about Troy Henderson, I think he's going to help this team, Dwayne Brown is, and at the very, very least, he's going to be a really fun multi-year player for Tennessee.
Yeah, I think you've struck some gold here with Henderson and Brown. And I'm not selling Amari Evans stock. He just, we talked about, it was just kind of like he's behind, where
he's been injured so much.
Yeah. So it's just, he's still a huge question mark, TBD, if he can factor in. But he has a talent, especially defensively, be one of your best on-ball defenders. And maybe he's someone, as the season goes on, gets more and more comfortable, and we see some flashes from him too. I would say Berg is a winner. Berg is not going to be like a star guy, but I think I dropped the group chat where it's he's just you can tell he's played pro basketball. Something I jotted down. We have our Tyus Jones here for all the NBA guys. He knows how to settle things. He's very comfortable with the ball. I think he's going to get more and more comfortable with the offense and with these guys. He feels more like watching Zakai out there in some ways offensively, the way he moves around and looking to find guys, and just very comfortable with the ball in his hands, not looking to shoot first. He's a great table setter, but that to me is interesting, because I thought he might be the best chance to be the biggest minutes getter at the 2, but I think he's the guy who has to be the backup point guard for whenever Jacoby sits. I think you have to give all the backup league guard minutes to Berg from what I saw in week 1. I think he's going to be really, really solid there. And Tennessee's it's going to be a little bit of a drop, but not much. I think Berg's going to be a really good player for them, backing up Gillespie.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's going to be a decent-sized drop, but he's better what they've had a backup point guard than what they've had the last handful of years, no doubt. But I think to that point, I don't think that means he can't start at 2. Again, I don't think there's going to be a ton of minutes Jacoby Gillespie is sitting, so I think you can manage those. But yeah, that definitely is a week 1 takeaway, is that he is, even though Troy Anderson has played well and played a good bit of minutes, it's Ethan Berg.
He's not really a point guard. I don't see point guard for Troy Henderson.
You would have said the same thing about freshman year Zakai.
No.
Yeah,
Zakai doesn't have. Zakai can't shoot like Troy Henderson. They're not even in the same stratosphere of comfortable shooting.
I think they're pretty
not
close.
comfortable. That's not true at all. It's like, in what world was Zakai ever not comfortable?
Well, I
pulling
guess
three?
that's what I'm saying is like he can like the shot is there. Like Troy
He's
is
a better
good,
shooter, but he's
Zakai
also
was never a good shooter. Zakai was a clutch shooter, but he was not a good shooter. Zakai
that's fine, but
Yeah.
Troy is still small and undersized, and freshman year Zakai was not a point guard. So I still think Troy long term
That's
are
true.
going to want to turn him into a point guard because of just the size aspect.
Troy is just going to be a really good shooter. Like he's going to
he's definitely a much better shooter than Zakai, I think.
Yeah. Ethan, early SEC hoops read when you're looking around this conference in week 1. Obviously, Alabama impressing with the win of the week over St. John's. That backcourt looks terrifying for the Crimson Tide. An Elite 8, Final 4 in the last 2 years. They've been kind of overlooked, I think, in some capacity going into this year. But Alabama, I think, they are huge winners and look to be maybe the scariest team in the conference out of the gate. But like based on what you've seen from the Vols and what you've seen from around the conference, where do the Vols look to be in the pecking order right now in the SEC?
Yeah,
Nicely done, nephew. The Chase Thomas podcast. Hell yeah.